Hi everybody and welcome to the next tutorial. My name is Alex and today we want to scrape together data from the IMDB movie database. The requirement will be we use Selenium for the browser automation and Beautiful Soup for the data extraction. Okay, so that means the special part about this tutorial will be the intersection between these two powerful libraries. Okay, and I would say let's start, and I want to show you what we want to achieve together. We start here. This is the IMDB homepage, and now let's take a look what the requirements are. So first of all, we need to click on this all. Okay, then we want to start the advanced search. Then we want to click on again advanced title search, right? And now it's up to us to decide what kind of movies we want to scrape. So in this project we want to select a feature film, TV movie. Then we want to apply for the release date from 1990 until 2020. Okay, then we want to have the rating between 1 and 10. Okay, so the full range. Afterwards, we want to select just the movies which are Oscar nominated. Okay. Then what we want to do is we just want to have movies in color. And afterwards, we want to have English movies. So that means here we need to select the English opportunity. So where is it? It's actually, so give me 1 second. Why do I not see English right now? Ah, sorry, it's countries. My mistake. Sorry for that. Languages are here. Maybe I need to grab a little bit more coffee. And here we need to choose the English language. Okay, this one. And finally, we want to have 250 results per page. Okay, and then let's click on search. And this all requirements which I actually show you right now, we want to achieve by using the Selenium library. Okay, and once we get to this result page, we hand this current URL over to Beautiful Soup. Okay, and then Beautiful Soup will take care of the request, of the response, creating the JSON object, and actually looping through each and every result to create our own database. Okay. This is actually the requirement for this project. Alright guys, so I would say let's start here. This is again an empty Jupyter notebook. This will be again our IDE. And first of all, we need to start with the imports. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to import the Selenium library. Let's go ahead and do this. And better said, we need to import the WebDriver from the Selenium library. Okay, so from Selenium, import the WebDriver. This is number 1. And for number 2, what we can say is let's import pandas as PD. Okay, again, before we store our data, we want to see it visually. Okay, after we save it. And this is where pandas comes actually in place. It's a powerful library too. Okay, let's run it. Okay, now this looks actually good. In the next step, what we need to do is let's start with the Selenium automation with part 1 of our project. That means first of all, I need to create one driver variable. Okay, then it's the WebDriver.Chrome. And here inside these brackets, I need to provide the path where my Chrome driver is actually stored. Okay, let me just copy this one and paste it here, and this is actually the executable path, and inside this C drive, inside the WebDrivers folder, my Chrome driver is actually located. Okay, this is it. And if you have any kind of questions regarding the installation of Selenium, and if you didn't have the chance to take a look at one of my previous videos where I explain it, please let me know in the comment section and I can actually cover this topic again. Okay, so for now we have created this driver variable, and the next step is to open up our browser. Okay, here we need to use the get function, so it's driver.get, and we want directly to get access to the IMDB. Okay, That means https://imdb.com. Okay, and I would say let's go ahead and open up this one. Let's see. Let's run it, and you see here something happens. Voila, now we have actually created this two-liner in order to be able to open up our necessary website. Okay, so this was actually the very first step. Now what we want to do is, let's take a look. We need to navigate somehow to this drop-down. Okay, as you can see, we want to open it, and then we want to select this advanced search. That means you need to imagine actually that we want to replace the human labor. Okay, that means what would happen now in the next step? So me as a human, I need to navigate my mouse to this area, right, and then click on this one. That means we need to locate this drop-down menu by doing a right click, inspect, and now we need to study this HTML structure actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So here with this button you can actually inspect one element, this one, click on this and then navigate to the drop-down. Okay, and now let me just do this again. Alright, so here let's take a look how we can target it. Okay, and actually you need to take your time to understand this structure here. For now, for example, okay, what we have is this class item. Okay, this class element. Let's take a look. We have actually it's three classes, right? We have this IPC icon, then we have IPC icon, blah, 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 until here. And then our third class is this navbar and so on. Okay, and I would say let's try to grab, can I make it bigger? Yep, like this, right? So let me just go ahead and try to select the second one. It's this one. Okay, copy this expression here. Copy this. Then the next step, what I want to do is I want to find, or actually select a variable for this dropdown. Let's just say dropdown and that's it. Okay, dropdown equals to driver dot find element by class name. Okay, and here I can provide this class name. Paste it here. Okay, this is right now it. In the next step, what we can do is we can try to click on this dropdown. Okay, that means dropdown, and here we can make use of the click function. And actually I want to run this one from a separate cell, otherwise everything starts from scratch. That means this expression I just want to copy, paste it directly here. Okay, and now let's take a close look what happens if I run this cell here. Take a look at the left side, and voila, this dropdown is actually opening. Okay, now what would happen next if we would replace human labor? The script should be able to click automatically to the advanced search again. Okay, now we see all this, I think it's 7 different opportunities, and we want to click on the last one. Okay, now it's actually quite difficult to navigate, for example, to this one, but what we actually know is this is a link, because all these are links. Okay, because if we click on something, there is actually something happening in the background, right? So for example, okay, here nothing happened for this one, but if I click on advanced search, you see that actually this site here opens. Okay, and this is why we know already that this one is a link. Okay, and what we also know is that we have a text, advanced search. Okay, and the Selenium WebDriver provides one locator. This is actually the link text. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that. So here, for example, I've made use of the class name locator. Okay, and you will see me a lot working with the XPath locator. And we can also use the link text locator, okay, which is this one. Again, we have a link and we have a text, okay, and this is the link text. That's it. And now let me go ahead and try to click on this advanced search link. And now I need to go ahead and think about one variable for this link text locator. And let me go ahead and choose the element variable. Element equals to driver.findElement by link text. And actually let me add a few more cells and scroll up, otherwise my video will overlap our code snippet. So here it's find element by link text. So you see we have this locator. Okay, choose this one. And again, here we have the advanced search. And as I also already showed you, if we click on this one, we will directly navigate to a new window. That means this is a link. Okay, and here we need to actually provide the exact same spelling. We have the advanced with capital A and search with capital S. Okay, by link text, it's advanced search. Okay, and afterwards we want to click on this element variable. So element.click. Let's see what happens and if we need to modify something. But first of all, let me provide one short comment. Advanced search from drop down menu. Okay, that's it. Now let me run this one again. Okay, we click first on the drop down and then we have an error message. That means unable to locate element, and it was not successful to click on this link text. Okay, so let's see what happens here. What we can try now is the following. Let's import the time package, import time. Okay, run this cell again, and what we will do now is the following. After we click on this drop down, we want to wait for 1 second and then try to click on this one. Okay, sometimes it's just too fast. Okay, it just has clicked on the drop down and it tries directly to click on the next element, but the next element is right now not ready. Okay, this is why we can choose, for simplicity reasons, this time package. Okay, and especially this time.sleep. Okay, time.sleep class. And here we need to provide the amount of seconds, and we want to click, after we click on the drop down, we want to wait for 1 second until we click on this one. Okay, now let me run the cell again. All right, and now we were successful to click on the advanced search. Okay, and this is why I think this time package actually is very, very powerful when it comes to working with Selenium. All right, so this was nice. In the next step, what we need to do is we want to click on this link. Okay, again, we have a link again, and this is why we can use again the link text selector or locator. Okay, this is it. And for now, let me just remove this one because it's already here. And this 3 lines I want to cut off and paste it here. Okay, so now let's take a look how to get access to this link. So first, don't forget to provide one short comment. Okay, and we want to click on advanced title search. This is right now the next requirement. That means let's provide again one variable. Let's go for ADV for advanced underscore title. Okay, advanced title equals to driver.findElement by link text. Okay, find element by link text, and let's provide actually this one here. Okay, so it's advanced title search. Okay, this is actually the link text. Okay, and in the next step we want to try to click on this one. So advanced title dot click. Let's see now if this works. And voila, it did. Now we are inside this page, and this is actually right now quite interesting. But before we proceed, again, cut this cells off and paste it here, okay? Because here we want to have everything structured properly. And now in the next step, the first one, what we need to do is we want to select feature film and also TV movie. Let's take a look how to work with these checkboxes. So first, I want to select feature film, okay? And then, so let's just start with the first one, okay? Now right click on this checkbox, inspect it. Okay, let me make this developer tools a little bit bigger. Okay, let's inspect it again. Feature film. And here, actually, when you see an ID, you can be very, very happy because every ID is actually unique. Okay, and now what I want to do, make a double click on ID, or actually to the value, we have this input tag, this ID attribute, and title type 1, this is the value, okay? We copy this one, then we go back to our notebook, okay? And here we want to provide one new variable, it's feature underscore film equals to driver.findElement by ID, okay? And here we can just paste what we have copied, that's it. And afterwards, let's try to select it. So feature film dot click, and let's see if this works. So take right now a close look to the left side. Now I run this cell here, and voila, you see that automatically this one was selected. And the same we want to do with TV movie, okay? That means, first of all, again, cut this and paste it here, okay? And for simplicity reasons, we can again copy this one back here, because now we want to do just a few modifications to be able to click on TV movie, okay? So here, let's replace it with TV movie. And also we need to provide one different variable, TV underscore movie, driver find element by ID. Let's check out this ID here. Okay, so for now, let's click on this inspection button, okay, then click on this checkbox, and here we have title type 2. Double click on this one, copy this, and now let's paste it just here, okay. And now we want also to click on the TV movie. This is it. Okay, now again, take a close look to the left side, run this cell, and voila, this one was selected. Awesome. So, cut this off, paste it here, and in the next step, we want to deal right now with the release date. Okay, we want to start from 1990 until 2020. Okay, let's take a look how to do this. So first I want to provide one variable. Let's say it's the minimum date, and the second one will be the maximum date. Okay, just for simplicity reasons. So first, let's inspect here on this input box. Right click, inspect. Now let's make this DevTools bigger. And here actually you see the structure is very, very clean. For this minimum date, we have this name attribute, and for the maximum, we have this name attribute. And the only difference are these 3 letters, okay? Min and max, that's it. So here we can use the name selector. Let me just show you. So first, let's provide one variable, min underscore date equals to driver.findElement by name. And again, there is a big difference between class name and just name, okay? So please don't get confused here. And it's very important to distinguish between those two, because here we don't have a class is this one, okay? Whenever we target, for example, this attribute, we need the class name selector. Whenever we actually target this attribute, we need to use the name selector and not the class name selector. Okay, this is it. Here we have the name selector. That means find element by name. Okay, again, here we have the class name, this one, but for this we need to choose the name selector. Click on this one, and inside here we just need to provide this release date min. Copy this, paste it here, and in the next step, again, always think what would a human do. So first of all, I want to click on this input box, then I want to type something in, then I want to click on the maximum box and also type something in. Okay, so here we have actually 2 steps for each box. Click on it and type something in. Okay, this is it. So first, let's do our click. That means let's use the click function. And whenever we want to type something, we need to use the send keys function. Okay, this is it. So mindate dot send underscore keys. Okay, and here I want to write down 1990. Okay, this is it. And now let's just copy this snippet, paste it here, and replace everything with the maximum date. That means we start replacing everything in the comment, then the variable has to be replaced, also this name value. Okay, that means we need to copy this release date max, copy this one, paste it here. Alright, then we want to click on the max date, and inside the input area we want to type in 2020. Okay, so this is right now the requirement for the release date. And now let's take a look if this can actually work for us. Let's take a look. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and now I will run this cell. Awesome. So you see this worked actually fine. Okay, nice. Next thing what we need to do, okay, first we need to again cut this off and paste it just above here. This is it. Next one is the user rating, and this is actually a little bit tricky, but I believe in us and we will get it together. Okay, so this is right now so let me just check it out. This is right now the user rating, and we want to start from number 1. Okay, this is the lowest, and the highest is the 10. That means we have this full range. Okay, so we start with rating min. Okay, and the variable can be the same. So rating underscore min is driver dot find element, and now let's take a look how to locate this element here. Okay, let's again click on inspect, then go to this drop down here, and now you see here that we have to handle this select attribute, and this is right now very important. Whenever you face this select attribute, you have to import a separate class. Okay, here what we need to do is we need to import the select class. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So it's from Selenium dot WebDriver dot support. Okay, I know this is actually quite long. Dot UI. We want to import the select class. Okay, and this is right now very important. Run the cell, go back down, and here actually what we need to do is, first of all, we need to locate it using it's the name selector. Okay, here we have the name, and this is actually the value. Find element by name again, and here we can just provide this value. Double click on this, copy, paste it here. This is right now step number 1. Next, step number 2 is the following. We need to click on this. So rating min dot click. Okay, this is the next step. And afterwards, so let's try to understand the logic behind it. we want to click on this user rating, and then we have this drop down. Okay, and this is right now where the select class comes actually in place. Let's take a look how to handle this one. So let's provide one new variable. Let's say it's drop down 2, because the first drop down was this one in the very beginning. Okay, now we want to use the drop down number 2 variable, drop down underscore 2 equals 2. And now we need to make use of the select class. So select, and inside this brackets we need to provide one argument, and this is actually, let me take a look, this rating min. Okay, copy this one, paste it here. Okay, and in the next step you need to grab this drop down 2 dot select underscore by, and now you have 3 different options. You can select by index, by value, or by the visible text. Okay, and I want to go ahead and select the visible text. Okay, and the visible text, or let's say what we see, is 1.0, and we need to provide the exact same spelling here. Okay, it's 1.0. So this was actually it for the rating min. And now I can just go ahead, copy this one, paste it here, and do the same stuff for the rating max. Okay, so replace rating min with rating max. Okay, starting from the comment, then the variable also has to be replaced, the value has to be replaced. Let's make a cross check. Okay, click on this inspection tool. Now click on this drop down here, and now we have user rating max. Okay, copy this one, paste it here. In the next line we want to click on rating underscore max. Okay, then we have drop down number, so it's the third one, right? Drop down number 3. Drop down number 3, select, and here we have rating max. Okay, rating max, and now it's drop down number 3, select by visible text, and now we want to select not 1.0 but just 10. Okay, because this is exactly what we see. Let's try it out. Okay, so I think now this should work fine. Let's take a look if I have messed something up. So, 1 second. Okay, so just take a close look on the left side, and I will run the cell in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Awesome. So this looks actually fine. And now let me think about what we have to do next, because now, I mean, this 10 was chosen, but we didn't click on enter or outside this box because this dropdown is still open. But I think actually it's not a big deal, because we will directly jump to the next one. Okay, and as you see, if I scroll down, it directly closes. And let's just make one cross check. So for now, I want to choose the Oscar nominated selection, and then let's go ahead and run everything from scratch, and let's see if it works so far. Okay, and for example, if this drop down automatically closes, or if we need to fix something. Okay, so let's take a look. But first, let me cut this off again and paste it just above here. Okay, and you see here our code gets bigger and bigger. Alright, so now this Oscar nominated, we want to click. Okay, that means right click here, inspect it, and now let's see how we can locate it. Again, we have an ID. It's like Christmas. If we have an ID, it's just unique and it's awesome. Cross check here. Yep, this one. Copy this. Now let's go ahead and provide one variable, Oscar nominated. Okay, and we can actually provide the same. Sorry, this was the comment, and now let's provide the variable Oscar underscore nominated equals to driver.find underscore element by ID. It's this one. Okay, now let's paste it here. This is it, step number 1, and in the next step we want to click on this. That's it. So now let's take a look. 3, 2, 1, run the cell. Okay, error message is here. So let's take a look what oh sorry, I forgot to click on this one. How could this happen? So Oscar nominated dot click. Again, let's run it. 3, 2, 1. Voila, it was actually successfully selected. Awesome. So now let me again cut this off, paste it here. Okay, in the next step I want to close this window, maximize this one. Okay, and now before I run this cell, what I also want to do is, once this window will be opened, I want to maximize the window. Okay, this is the only addition I do right now, and also I can provide one comment. So maximize window. Okay, this is it. And now let me run this snippet here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's take a look. And this is opening. Okay, my hands are here, I don't do anything. So, okay, awesome. Looks good. Good. And you see here, this was actually quite fast. Okay, now in this few seconds we have chosen feature film, TV, movie. Release date is correct, user rating is correct, and you see here we didn't actually need it to close this drop down. It happened automatically. And finally this Oscar nominated option was selected. Okay, so guys, now let's proceed. Let's see what else is actually missing. So for now, what I want to do is I want to choose just color films. Okay, that means I want to use this option here, this checkbox. And let's take a look how to do this. Right click, inspect. Okay, and now let me just inspect it again and make this DOM bigger, because after we've closed it, it's very small again, and voila, this looks better. Okay, so colors 1 is the ID. Yoo-hoo, this is nice. Double click on this one, make this smaller, and here let's provide one comment, color, and the same variable. It's driver.find element by ID. Let's paste this ID here, and we want to click on color. Okay, color dot click. Sorry, color dot click. Let's take a look at the left side. Run the cell, and voila, this color option was clicked successfully. Let me just drink something. Awesome. So next one, and this is a little bit tricky. We want to select the English language. Okay, that means we need to scroll down and English. So where is E? E is actually here. So 1 second. Here we want to choose this option. Okay, and again we have different opportunities how to do this. And now let's just go ahead and see what we can do here. So first, again, cut this off, paste it here. Next one, let's provide one comment. This is the language. Okay, same variable, language equals. And now let's inspect it. So right click, inspect. And you see here we have all these options with the appropriate language. Okay, but the starting point is actually this one. And again, guys, what you see here, we have this select tag again. Okay, that means we also need, for this example, use the select class. It's not a big deal because we already know how to do this. What else can we do here? We can use the name selector. Okay, and why is it? Because here we have this name attribute and this language's value. Okay, this is fine. Let me just copy this one, double click, Ctrl C to copy it back to the notebook, and inside this language variable I want to provide driver dot find element by name. Okay, here I can just paste what I've just copied. This is step number 1. Then step number 2, I need to choose another drop-down variable. Now let's go ahead for drop-down number 4, because the last drop-down was number 3. Okay, drop-down 4 equals to the select class, and inside the select class I need to provide this language variable. Copy this, paste it here. Okay, and now, so actually you see the difference here, right? Here we actually don't need to click on this first, like it was here, for example. Here we needed to click on this until something appears. Okay, here we have directly all these opportunities, right? That means we can actually skip this clicking step here in this example. And the next argument or the next line is drop-down 4, okay, dot select underscore by underscore, and again let's go for the visible text, and here it's just English. Okay, it's this one, and make sure you spell this correctly. It's English, okay, with capital E. This is fine right now. And now let's go just out of this languages box, okay, and let's see what happens if we run this cell right now. Okay, something actually didn't work out like it should. I don't know what happens. Why did I just choose Doggery? I don't know what happened here. Once again. Okay, maybe I need to refresh this page. Let's do this, refresh this page. Now it's completely untouched. Okay, this whole site is untouched because I just refreshed it. And now let's just run the cell again. Okay, now this works. This makes sense. And you will see if we run the script from scratch, this will actually work. I think if you play a little bit around inside this area and then run it, this maybe does not work. But once you refresh this page, it works like it should. Okay, so cut this off. Paste it here, and let me just check. So the last one, what we also want to select is this one here. Okay, again, same logic, but we want to have 250 results per page. Okay, so the default is 50, but we want to have 250. Okay, this is right now the next requirement. So this is actually 250 results. Okay, and let's provide one variable, results underscore count is driver dot find element. And now let's navigate here, right click, inspect, and now let's see how to get access to this drop down here. Again, as I told you, we have this select tag again, okay, but we have also the ID, and this is the search count. Double click, copy this one, and here it's driver find element by ID, and we need to paste what we have just copied. Okay, search count, this is fine. And now let's provide one new dropdown variable, and I think, guys, right now you are quite familiar with it. So this is our dropdown number 5, and here we need to make use of the select class and provide the results count, yep, variable, which we have created here. Okay, this is it. Then dropdown 5 dot select underscore by underscore. Once again, I want to see the suggestions here by index value or visible text. Now let's go ahead and work with the select by index function. Let me just show you. So here index 0 is 50, index 1 is 100, and index 2 is actually 250. Okay, this is right now the other possibility how to use the select class, because in every other example or in every other previous example we have used the select by visible text option. Now let's work with select by index and choose the second index, because we start counting with 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2. This is it. Now let's see if this works without a refreshment. Run the cell. Voila, you see that now we have 250. Okay guys, so now this is awesome. And finally, what we need to do is we need to click on this search button. First, let's make a cut, paste it here. Okay, now right click on search, inspect it. Okay, and here we have this button tag. And what I want to type in is actually, I want to make use of the XPath locator. And now what I want to do is I want just to click on this line, for example. It doesn't matter. It should be somewhere within this DOM. Then Control and F until this small window appears. So it's find by string, selector or XPath. And now let's write down our XPath expression for this button. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So again, we have this button tag, type attribute and submit value. And now let's build it. So it's / button add type equals to submit. Okay, so this is right now our expression, but you see here it's not unique. Okay, it's one of two. So the first one is this submit opportunity, and the second one is actually our button which we need. So now let's make this expression unique. We have actually different possibilities. What I always try out is the following. I want to target the second index, and now it shows me it's 0 of 0, and this is actually that we don't have anything, but this is not true. Let's modify it, and in the very beginning let's open up a bracket, okay, and close it after this square bracket here. And voila, now we have modified our XPath expression, and this is unique. Okay, we just have one item, and this is what we want to achieve. So copy this expression back to our notebook. Okay, and here let's provide one variable, it's submit, and the same for submit. The first one was the comment, the second one was the variable. And this is driver.find element by XPath. It's this one. Okay. And now let's just provide this expression here. And in the next step, we want to click on submit. So it's submit.click. This is it. And now let's see what happens. So first of all, I want to... So, no, wait 1 second. Let's just run it. Let's see if this works. Okay. Let's see, and voila, it's loading, and now this is our new page with the results, and you see here we have 250 results. Okay, this is what we wanted to have. Okay, so now I would say it's time to run everything from scratch. Cut this off, paste it here, and what we also want to have is, once we land on this website, on this page here, we want to store the current URL inside another variable, because now the intersection begins between Selenium and Beautiful Soup. Okay, this part was the browser navigation or the browser automation. Now we land on this page here. We want to store this URL inside a different variable and hand it over to Beautiful Soup. That means Beautiful Soup afterwards makes the appropriate request. And now afterwards we can actually store the data which we want to have from all these movies. But this is the next step. First of all, let's wait a few seconds and see if this automation part works properly. Okay, so again, first of all, I want to store the new URL inside a variable, and we can actually grab it by writing down driver.current URL, and this is right now auto-completed. And this is actually it. Okay, let's take a look. I hope there is no typo. Okay, so I would say let's just close this window again, maximize this notebook, save it. And guys, this was for now our code for part 1. But first of all, let's run it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, cross the fingers, let's go. Okay, it's opening. Again, my hands are here. I don't do anything. Now let's see. Okay, advanced search, advanced title. Okay, awesome. And it was actually very fast. And yeah, awesome, guys. Awesome. So now we are successfully redirected to this page here. Okay, and this is actually right now part 1 of this series. Actually, it will have 2 parts because now I want to make a cut. Okay, this was the first part for the automation with Selenium, and in the next step we want to extract the data with Beautiful Soup. Okay, you will see here we have, for example, this title, the year, the duration. What else do we have? We have the rating and we have the genre. Okay, so we have 5 different data points and we want to extract it using Beautiful Soup in the next part of this video series. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Stay tuned and I see you in the next part.